Hello, it's Tamika, a new me 1109, and today I set out on my 2.5 hour journey to get a fill. This would actually have been my fourth fill. I've had 3 fills in the past 11 months and I had one unfill. I know from time to time I get the question about how much liquid I actually have in my band. So let me go ahead and explain it to you really quickly. So when I first had my band placed, was always told that I would go home with nothing in my band, like most people. Then at some point I realized that that's not necessarily true. And the way that my surgeon explains it is you cannot necessarily attach a lap band to the stomach and have it sit on there properly without putting some fluid in the band. So my band and everybody else who has Kaiser, goes through South San Francisco bariatric program, leaves with 3 cc's in their band. Now that 3 cc's isn't necessarily counted on our charts. So as far as my chart is concerned, it says that I have 3.5 cc's in my band. So you can look at it like shows a total of 6.5, or you can look at it the way they explain it to me and say that I have 3.5. Either way, I had a fill appointment scheduled for today. Got there and was told that I didn't need it. Of course, we go through all the questions of, are you able to eat 3 meals a day? Are you full, throughout the day? Do you ever feel like you're getting hungry? Let's see. Are you spitting up, peeing, or are you able to eat solid foods and everything be okay? So we go through this conversation, and I think what's happened to me is psychologically, I think, even Lapband.com sends me emails to keep me on track, supposedly, and they're shooting for every 4 to 6 weeks you're supposed to get an adjustment. Like I just said, I've only had 3 fills. One was 0.5, another one was 2, and another one was 1. So, and then I had 1 taken out. Anyway, I have 3.5 or 6.5. We talked about that. Okay, so today I go in, we go through all the motions. The quote are the one thing that I left with, and I actually put it on Facebook and I asked if I could quote him, and he said yes. Physician assistant that does my fills. He said, I want you to continue to be in control of your band, and I don't want your band to control you. So I share that with everybody else out there in Lapband land. We need to be in control of the types of food that we're eating, when we're eating it, how we're eating it, if we're eating it and drinking, or all that stuff. We need to be in control of that. So I didn't get a fill. Got back home about 2:30. So yeah, I wasted all day. But I decided that I was not going to walk away from this situation feeling with any negative emotions. And I'll put a link to a video, I think it was back in February, the first time that I went for a fill and my surgeon told me no. He gave me 0.5 cc's 6 weeks after surgery, and then it was time for me to get what I thought was going to be my second fill, and he told me I didn't need it and I needed to come back 2 months later or something like that. I was hot about it because I had been listening to everybody else's story, and I felt like that was supposed to happen, and he, was he somehow sabotaging me? Just craziness. I can say to you today, second time sort of being told, thinking that I was going to get a fill, feeling like I needed a fill, and being told no. I can tell you, make sure you don't rush it. Make sure you listen to your doctors. They know. They see, hundreds of people. They see the repercussions of being overfilled, or not allowing you to sort of control the situation. They see it all the time. And so when they don't want to give you a fill, and you feel like you need a fill, just try to sit down and concentrate on your meal plan, how you're planning, what you're eating, making sure that you're doing all of those things right for a while, and then go back to them and you know, have another discussion. So that's the story. I talked about it in Facebook today. I said I would explain to you what happened. He also said that he wants me to eat 3 ounces of meat and 1 cup of vegetables each meal. So, and he said, well, like for breakfast, you can have maybe an egg or yogurt and cottage cheese, half piece of toast. And I was like, what? Toast. So anyway, that's what he told me. I have a special set of circumstances. I am not your regular, typical, average lapbander. I'm a lapbander that has MS. I am a lapbander who has had MS relapses for just about every month since I was diagnosed back in March. And so, you know, I have had 3 rounds of, you know, hospital heavy-duty IV steroids with oral steroids maybe 4 times. Just did that last week. You know, I take a MS shot daily. And, you know, one thing he said to me was, you need to make sure that you're eating so that your MS medication can work for you. I don't think that I necessarily thought about that. He also said, which, you know, my ophthalmologist, my neurologist, you know, everybody always says when you do these steroid situations, treatments, your appetite's going to increase and you're probably going to want to eat more. I have been very diligent about that, guys. And so this last round last week, I mean, I can't sleep, you know, when I'm doing this. I'm up at 3:30 in the morning, up until 3:30 in the morning, waking up at 6 in the morning. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm jittery, I'm, you know, all the stuff, and I'm wanting to eat. Don't always. Sometimes I slip, like with some popcorn or something like that. Last night I had some chocolate, but you know, my journey is different. He said to me, if you should happen to stabilize or only lose 4 pounds for the next couple months, or if you should happen to gain weight, I'd be okay, because I'm more concerned about your MS right now. I am too. So, you know, I think I've said already, I'm, you know, legally blind in my right eye right now. Can't see anything on a vision chart. Don't pass any vision tests. Been like this for a month and a half now. There's a reason why I can't exercise. The reason why I really won't exercise is I need my vision. So, you know, some might look at it like, why isn't she exercising? I can't. You know, I was told not to by an ophthalmologist, a neurologist, and, you know, my bariatric people know about it too. So I can't. And I'm not going to risk going completely blind for the sake of, you know, exercising. What pushed me into this relapse was me doing a C to 5K. I had started it back like for the second time. One night I wasn't feeling well. I said, press through it, Tamika. You know, I did all the self-talk. Press through it. You could do it. You could do it. Went to the park anyway. Wasn't feeling well. Did my run. And that was on a Friday. Monday, couldn't see. And, you know, one of the first things that my ophthalmologist said was, have you been doing like some heavy duty exercising or something? Yeah. And so that's my story. You know, everybody, we all have different stories. And so I know when my body's fatigued, when I'm, you know, going through whatever I'm going through, like right now, I make videos, I'm still cooking, I'm still doing stuff. You guys still see me being active on Facebook and stuff like that, but I'm in the middle of like some health stuff right now that doesn't have anything to do with my Lapband, but it impacts it. It impacts my journey. So with all that said, with him putting those things into perspective, I did not get a feel. Another thing I'm going to do that I have not done is I'm calling it done. I have not said, yay, I'm there, I did it. Well, I've said it like in videos and stuff like that. I've said to you guys my initial goal weight was 170 pounds. And when I got to 168, I did this whole thing of, you know, I will sit back and watch and wait and see what my body is going to do. And wherever my body goes, then that's where I'm going to go. But I've not officially said I'm in maintenance. What's up with that? Like, I am a, you know, trained, certified professional life coach. I know better. I know you have to set goals, get there, you know, meet your goal. And then, you know, if you need to adjust it, adjust it. But I never adjusted it. I never gave myself a different goal outside of the 170. So I've been floundering. And so that led me to believe that, you know, and the confusion of the steroids and wanting to eat more and all of that led me to believe that I needed a fill. And had I not been clear headed today, I could have been devastated, just like I was back February when I didn't get that fill, when my surgeon said, "You're doing an excellent job." And I'm sitting here thinking, he's sabotaging me, just craziness. But I told you guys I would let you know what was going on. I haven't been putting the camera in front of me and doing like a ramble talk in a while now. So I think I'm going to get back to that, because I think, you know, sometimes some stuff goes on in our journey that is different, and I believe that people need to know that. You need to know that everything's not going to be set in stone. You know, Lapband.com and everybody might tell you you're going to get adjustments every 4 to 6 weeks, but that might not happen, and you can't be devastated if it doesn't. I also came up with 7 key takeaways that I learned from today's experience. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little different. I'm actually going to blog them and put them on my website. So as soon as I get that loaded and posted, then I'll let you guys know how to get to it, because I haven't actually said what my website is just yet. But I'll let you guys know that information. Thanks for listening. For those of you who wanted to know what happened, that's what happened. I am going to keep controlling my band. I'm not going to be in a situation where my band controls me. You guys have a good night. Bye.